They say every man has a moment where he stands at a crossroads. One road is familiar. It leads back to the same habits, the same mistakes, the same pain. The other is unknown, unwritten. It's terrifying because it means burning the old maps, the ones that led you nowhere, the ones that kept you lost, the ones that told you this was all you'd ever be. This is the part of the story where I had to make a choice. But before I could move forward, I had to go back. Back to the night everything changed. The old man's words hung in the air. A man without scars is an unproven man. I sat there, swirling the whiskey in my glass, staring at the ripples like they might give me the answers I was looking for. This ain't the end of your story, he had said. And maybe that should have been comforting. But all I could think about was how damn exhausted I was. See, people like to talk about how transformation, like it's some inspiring, movie-worthy moment. Like one day you wake up, look in the mirror, and just decide to be someone else. But that's not how it works. Reinvention isn't a switch you flip. It's a war you fight. A long, drawn-out, bloody war against a version of you that's comfortable being broken. And I was about to learn that the hard way. That night wasn't the first time I found myself at the bottom of a whiskey glass, and it sure as hell wouldn't be the last. But it was the last time I realized I had a choice. And the first time, and I knew the first time I knew that if I didn't make one soon, I'd lose the war before I even stepped onto the battlefield. If you've ever tried to change, you know how it goes. First, there's the high of the decision, the moment where you tell yourself, this is it, I'm done. No more drinking. No more thinking about her. No more being the same damn man I've always been. And for a while, it works. You wake up early. You go to the gym. You delete her number. Block her on social media. Maybe even start reading all the self-help books you've ignored before. And for a second, it feels like you're winning. But then comes the test. For me, it came 2 weeks later. It was a Friday night. I had been doing good, better than I expected. No drinking, no late night thoughts about the past. I was rebuilding brick by brick. Then my phone buzzed, and there it was. Her name. I remember just staring at the screen, heart pounding. My fingers hovered over the screen, fighting every instinct to pick up. See, this was the real battle, not the one fought in bars or in memories. The battle of saying no to the things that once made you feel whole, even when you knew they were the same things tearing you apart. And for the first time in a long time, I lost. I answered. In that moment, I stepped right back onto the battlefield I swore I'd never return to. It's funny. You tell yourself you moved on. You tell yourself you're stronger. But the second you hear that voice, the second she says your name, it's like nothing ever changed. She said she missed me, that she had been thinking about me, that maybe, just maybe, she made a mistake. and like a fool, I believed her. That night, I broke every rule I had set for myself. The whiskey I had sworn off, back in my glass. The gym streak I had been so proud of, gone. The progress I had made, wiped away in a single breath. And you know what was the worst part? For a little while, it felt good, like coming home to something familiar. But the thing about going back to a burning house is, sooner or later, the flames will catch up to you. And they did. Hard. A week later, I found out the truth. She hadn't called me because she missed me. She had called me because she was lonely. And as soon as she found something or someone better, she was gone again, just like that. And this time, there was no dramatic goodbye, no second chances, just silence. The kind of silence that makes you realize you were never really part of the story. You were just a chapter she had already closed. That was the moment I knew. If I didn't burn the old maps now, I was going to be lost forever. I won't lie to you. Starting over is brutal. It means facing yourself, the real you, without the distractions. It means breaking out of old habits, walking away from the past, and realizing that some doors, they don't need to be closed. They need to be burned. Because the man you're becoming, he doesn't live there anymore. But here's the thing about fire. Sometimes when you burn something down, you don't just lose the things that held you back. You lose parts of yourself too. What I didn't know then, what I couldn't have known, was that before I could truly rebuild, there's one more battle waiting for me. One that would push me to the edge. And this time, there wouldn't be an old man in the bar to save me.